Hello everybody, Jose Rodriguez here. I just got asked a question from a viewer who apparently does not have a home printer and is sending out his or her work out to be printed by a private lab. And they were wondering whether they should do this. So basically what they're doing is they are looking at their images through soft proofing and making adjustments. And now what does that entail? That means that you're going to view your image again through the process of soft proof, which will then ask you to load the paper profile for that paper printer and ink combination. Here's the problem. The company provides you with a profile, and you go ahead and use that for adjusting your images while you are under soft proofing. You can do that. You can do that very easily. But then they thought they could just then save it with the profile embedded and then email it through their system to that lab. And that's something you should really not do unless you absolutely let them know that you did indeed embed that so-called ICC profile, printing profile, that is. Normally what you do, especially if you were doing this at home, let me just make this into a home type environment. You view your image and you go, you know what, I like to see what this looks like when I print it on this particular paper with one of my printers. In this case, there's 13 of them here. So I will then load that image in soft proofing mode. I will then apply that ICC profile, the rendering intent that I want to use for that particular image. And I would see literally a virtual view of what the image will look like, somewhat, not 100%, but it will be a very close match to what it would look like when printed on paper, which is always duller in every way, shape, or form than viewing it on the screen. So you might be shocked at first what you see, but that's what's going to happen. The bright, gorgeous image you see on your screen is going to be basically dulled down when it goes to paper, but still it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be this gorgeous, okay? But you have to kind of view it under soft proofing so you know what to expect, so to speak. So let's just say that I am the private lab, and I am, of course, Joe number 2 is preparing that image. If I go ahead and embed the profile that I was using for soft proofing on that image, and I'm not told about it, then I'm going to load my profile as well. While I print it, it's going to be double profiled by 2 identical profiles. Horrible results, okay? So the idea here in making adjustments to your image while you are soft proofing, so you sort of know what you might get at the end and not be surprised, is fine. But then you have to save that image as, give it a second name, and not do anything to it. Yeah, it'll be saved with those adjustments you created and not soft proofing. In other words, it's not going to look like the one you looked at while you were soft proofing. When you send that to them and they apply that profile, they should get a print that will match what you had while you were soft proofing and made adjustments that were necessary to, to your particular taste, in other words. So remember, do not embed that profile onto your image when you send it out to be printed. Edit it under soft proofing, get out of soft proofing, save it as, not over itself, but save it as, and then send that particular image to them. And when they print it with that particular profile that they gave you for soft proofing, you should get a pretty good match. Okay, that is a short one, but again, important for you to remember things that you should not do, okay, while you're editing, especially if you don't have a printer yet at home. All right, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and of course, like. Until the next time, happy printing, everybody. Bye-bye.